how to create offers without crazy guarantees in 2024 with your SMMA, and how to stand out from those Alex Hormozi style offers that are flooding the market today and giving everybody a bad experience and giving agencies and SMMAs a bad rep. Right? I'm going to show you how to create offers without delivering these over-the-top guarantees. We'll scale you to 20K a month in 3 days, or we'll give you our left kidney and $5,000 back. Hey, we'll scale you to 20K a month in 6 months, or we'll give you $2,000 back. Or hey, we'll scale you to 500K a month in 3 seconds, or we'll give you our left kidneys, right? Like, you definitely have seen these offers, and it's not only revenue focused, it's also appointment booking focused, and these offers are flooding the market, and we know why. Why are these offers flooding the market? It's because of this guy right here, Alex Hormozi. Alex Hormozi ruined marketing offers. That's a joke, but to an extent, because everybody is now blindly copying this brilliant equation that he presented us, and they're using it in a way where, well, everybody is using it, and they're really giving the market a bad time because everybody is saying the same thing to the same people with the same outcomes, and you're not really solving problems. You're just giving people problems. That's where we need to draw the line, because a lot of agency owners, let's face it, they suck, right? So I'm going to show you how to stand out from everybody and actually, how to do the exact opposite of what everybody else is doing, because this is what we're seeing in the market. Again, we'll add 50K a month in 6 months, or you don't pay. We'll book you 40 to 50 sales calls per month, or you don't pay. Or we'll give you a full money back guarantee, or we work on a performance basis, right? These offers are slowly going out of style, okay? They're almost out the door. They're not quite out the door, but they're almost out the door. And the reason why people are teaching this is because of the Alex Hormozi equation that we have here, right? Because you were taught to always sell the dream outcome and always have a perceived likelihood of achievement of success, and to have a time delay, and then to have the effort and the sacrifice. So, when we match this up with the value equation here, the offer equation here, we can see the dream outcome is $50,000 a month. We see the perceived likelihood of achievement is the you don't pay, and then the time delay is, hey, we'll do it in 6 months, right? And you might even go as far as to say, on a done-for-you basis, right? For to have them perceive that there is barely any effort and sacrifice on their end, since you're doing it on a done-for-you basis, right? But now everybody is having these sorts of offers. Just copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste. And everybody's getting these sorts of offers, right? And I'm going to show you how to flip it on its head, so you don't have to, really play in the same game these guys are playing, because they're playing a losing game, and it's really a race to the bottom of who can, price the lowest, right? Who can diminish their services the lowest. So before we move on to actually how to create offers without these crazy guarantees, you have to keep in mind what we're doing in 2024 and in the next coming years is focusing on companies' problems and giving them concrete, quick and fast, risk-free solutions, right? And these problems have to be pressing enough so they can take an action with our company, okay? But I'm going to show you why this is going to work for you, and why this is actually just a cycle, and it's just going to keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So let me take you to the market migration. Okay, so the market migration. So here in a given market, we have the entire market, right? And then we have planes within the market, right? We have mechanisms within the market. We have different variables within our market, right? So just to keep this very simple, we have our 2023 offer mechanism messages, and then we have our 2024 offer mechanism messages, right? As you can see here, 2023 offer mechanism messages, these sorts of offers that you're seeing right here, we'll book you 40 to 50 sales calls per month, or you don't pay, and we'll give you a left kidney. Those sort of 2023 sort of offers. And then we're looking at the greener pasture sort of 2024 offers around education-based marketing and education-based offerings, but I'll get to that in a second. Now, it's interesting because we wouldn't necessarily have this problem if we didn't have vast external stimulus that changes markets, right? For example, Alex Hormozi transforming how marketers present their value propositions in the marketing and advertising landscape. right? So since he presented this offering, hopefully you like my illustrations here. Since he presented this offering to the market, right, it was sort of like a meteor heading for Earth, right, destroying Earth, and the meteor is ideas that shift markets, right? So Alex Hormozy's idea around offers and making such a complex topic so simple in an easy formula explanation such as this, since that shifted the whole marketing advertising market, it hit the market like a meteor. It completely shifted how the entire dynamic was formed. It completely shifted everybody's worldview or perception on how offers should be presented to the market, right? And when you have vast external stimulus like Alex Hormozy presenting offers or presenting ideas, like presenting your offer in a very, very simple way, such as this here, that will cause markets to shift. And if you don't have that knowledge, right, and the know-how to be one step ahead, once everybody takes a hold of this information that is readily available on YouTube, and they could just copy and paste the formula and copy and paste that offer and just start running to market with it. Guys, let me explain this to you. Any person that has zero experience can literally, I'm trying to move this here, can literally type this offer into their code emails. I'll add $1 million in 6 months, or I'll give you a full refund and $10,000 worth of Amazon gifts. Right? Just for example, right? Any person can literally make that and put it in your marketing message and start running with it and start booking appointments. But we know offers like this don't last because they're going to have stipulations behind them, right? You're going to charge them up front, and the risk is all on their end because, first of all, they don't know you, right? It's not the risk because they're actually they're investing with you up front. That's not the risk. The risk is they don't know you and they're just putting money out there because you think they should believe that you have the solution to their problem because you're saying a general outcome with a slap-on guarantee. So you think that, of course you're going to pay me up front and whatnot, right? That is literally, we're not. Sorry, I had a call incoming. Apologies. So where do we leave off? Where did I leave off? So, so guys, anybody can slap on an offer like that and run with it, right? And not too many people can create nuanced solutions to nuanced problems. Not everybody can do that because the only way you can do that is actually if you do quality market research, and we'll move on to that, right? So now we're seeing that everybody has these Alex Hormozy style offers, and if you can just migrate to the other side of presenting your offer in a different way through education-based marketing, then of course, you'll reach those greener pastures and you'll have a better time selling and getting calls and moving that business development forward without slapping on a crazy guarantee and selling your whole business just to get business, okay? And you got to keep that in mind as well. So every time a vast external stimulus event happens like this, actually I have to name it event, you have to keep in mind, because when everybody in the market has the same information, then you have to do the exact opposite. All right? So since we got that out the way, hope you're following me here. How do we actually create education-based offerings, and how do we create offers without crazy guarantees? And I'm going to show you here. So again, we all got taught to sell the dream outcome and to slap a guarantee or performance-based offer on it so they can have a perceived likelihood of achievement, right? In a small amount of time on a done-for-you basis, right? Since we're focusing on a general outcome, sure, everybody would love 100K a month, another 60 to 90 appointments in 30 days, but they don't trust you. When they're getting bombarded with similar offers and they're buying those offers and they're getting burned by the majority of agencies that are serving them, trust is at an all-time low. And this is exactly what it looks like, right? We have our trust meter. Bear with me with my drawings here. So trust is right here in the marketing advertising niche, agency niche, right? Trust is at an all-time low. This is where prospects are, right? So you're going to have to meet prospects down here and build them up to buying with you and to taking more risk with you. Not putting all the risk on them, but putting in more risk, putting in more chips with you, right? As a partnership, as a cleaving team that works together to solve a common problem, right? Because you have the solution, but you guys have to work together to solve that problem, right? You have to bring them up here, but you first have to enter up here. And what those people that have offers like that, they're trying to jump all the way here with trust. But we're not in those times anymore, guys, right? And you can't just jump straight to the marriage and start collecting sales. You have to gain trust first, right? It's just like going on a date. It's just like warming her up, buttering her up. And then as the months and years go by, then you can get that engagement and then you can marry. This is how sales processes are going to work in 2024. All right. So how to create solutions to problems? Well, in a given business, there's going to be a heck of a lot of problems. Trust me. A lot of businesses have problems. A lot of problems, right? So in a given business, we have the overarching problem. For example, in a cold email agency, the overarching problem might be client churn, or it might be low performance fees, right? That's the overarching problem. Why? Because that is inhibiting sales, right? So the overarching problem would be no sales. No sales are coming in, right? Meaning we're not making any money. Well, what's the cold problem? What's inhibiting sales? Well, we don't have any lead flow. There's no lead flow, right? Let's just instead of cold email agency, just say it's a regular SMMA, right? Their overarching problem is there's no sales coming in. Well, why is there no sales coming in? We're not growing. Well, it's because we don't have appointments booked. We don't have leads. Well, why don't we have leads? Well, we don't have leads because we don't know where to get the leads, right? Actually, we don't know. We might not know where to get the leads, but if we know how to get the leads, but we don't know how to communicate our offering, well, that's a problem as well, right? Or we don't have the right tech infrastructure to actually send outbound messages to get appointments booked onto the calendar. Well, what's another problem of that? Well, it's because of lack of information. It's because of lack of resources. It's because it's lack of leverage, right? So as you can see, there's sub problems to problems, right? There's problems and there's sub problems, then there's even more sub problems. And what I call these base level low hanging fruit problems is I call these tick problems, because these tick problems they're small and they're easy to fix if you have the right solution, but they're painful enough for a prospect to take action with your quick and easy solution. And then that's how you get your foot in the door, gain that trust, solve that tick problem, and then keep going up the pyramid here, right? So effectively, we're still using the equation here, right? But we're just solving smaller problems because those smaller problems are going to solve the overarching problem, right? The main problem that they're having, that in order for that main problem to be solved, they need our holistic solution. But it's no problem for us to solve maybe two to three of these tick problems, right? Because they're going to trust us because we solved those small, painful problems that they don't want to deal with, right? So the dream outcome is solving the nightmares, is solving the tick problems, because that solves the overarching problem. And that's actually the dream outcome, because businesses don't want guarantees. They want somebody that they can trust and that can solve their problems. Keep that in mind. All right. And then the perceived likelihood of achievement is actually presenting them the solution, the low risk solution. And then once you figure out once you solve the tick problem, then the perceived likelihood of achievement bolsters, right? Because you already solved the problem for them for free, ideally. All right. And the time delay is so, okay, let me give you an example. Let's go to our low risk solutions, right? So actually, how do you, let's backtrack. Okay. I'm going at a million miles an hour, excuse me. It's been a long day. How do we find problems and potential solutions? Quality market research, creating solution-based assets, solving painful enough problems, creating offers around demonstrating actionable solutions and solving painful issues. Okay? And then that feeds back into creating lead magnets around these small painful problems. So we're creating solution-based assets, and we're putting those solution-based assets in our lead magnet bank. And really, all those what that lead magnet is a low-risk solution that can be deployed to these tick problems. And the deploying mechanism could be outbound messages, it could be ads, it could be cold calls, right? Mainly this is for outbound messages and even advertisements, paid ads, because that's the deploying mechanism, right? How are we deploying our low risk solution? Well, we're sending cold emails, we're doing outbound messages, right? Presenting them a low risk solution that we know that they have a small problem that we can fix. So we're deploying that through, for example, a cold email. And then that's how we're getting our foot in the door to solve that problem, ideally for free, right? So when you take this equation and put it with this graph here, we can see that the dream outcome is solving the nightmares, solving all these nightmares, right? And the perceived likelihood of achievement is very high because you're giving them a low risk solution for a very, very, very low cost, or for free ideally, right? And then the time delay is essentially, it depends on what solution you're giving them. It depends who and what you're targeting, right? What niche you're targeting and who you're targeting in that given niche. But for example, if I'm giving a marketing agency a proven cold email script that will book them 14 calls every 2 weeks, well, all they have to do is implement that and copy and paste it into their cold email software, and that doesn't really take long, right? So the time delay is very short, and the effort and sacrifice is very small as well. So as I was saying, as you are deploying your low risk solutions and you're solving these tick problems, you keep going up the pyramid as you gain trust, and then you can solve their sub problems, right? And of course they're going to pay you to solve these sub problems, because that's going to get them to the cold problem and solving that cold problem, and then the overarching problem. And the nature of business is this just gets flipped back on its head, right? So this overarching problem, once it gets solved, that's the hygiene standard, right? This problem is a hygiene standard to be solved. And this just repeats itself. Now, new problems arise, right? Because as we solve key problems, new problems arise, right? And that's just how business is. We just constantly keep putting out fires, and we always have problems, right? So this is a never-ending ladder, and then that's how you can keep working with clients and really deliver a tremendous service, right? So keep that in mind. Once you solve tick problems, you can effectively keep deploying your solutions up and up and up the ladder until you can finally present them that fuller solution. Or you can present them that fuller solution once you solve these tick problems, right? So very, very key here. Very, very key. What we're focusing on in 2024 is not focusing on these 2023 Alex Hormozi style offers. When I say Alex Hormozi style offers, it's not a bad play on Alex Hormozi. This is brilliant. We're still using this, right? But it's how everybody is framing it, right? Like, hey, we'll add $100K a month in 6 months, or we'll refund you and give you 45 of our children, right? So we're moving away from those, and we are moving into solving problems with quick solutions. Because when you're solving nightmares and solving key problems for businesses, that is actually their dream outcome. And that's how we can still use the formula, but angle it in a different way and get crazy results, right? So when I say you don't need a crazy guarantee, where's the guarantee in terms of solving their problem with a low risk solution? For example, with a cold email script that will book a e-commerce agency 15 appointments in the first month, right? Where's the guarantee there? Well, no, it's already working, right? And if you want a guarantee, it's just to get them over the line. Guys, guarantees is just to get people over the line. That shouldn't be the main thing in your marketing messages. Now, you can put it in your marketing messages, right? But it should not be the main thing, all right? The main thing should be focusing on what their problem is and giving them the solution, all right? So how do we actually create these, right? Create these education-based offerings, create these education-based messages? Well, I have a few examples here. Hey, John, can we solve X and Y time for free, or an X, right? Or we'll solve X and Y time for free, or we'll give you X and X, or send me your hourly rate. I'll pay it if we don't solve it in X time, right? Or do you mind if we share X to solve Y problem? Can we build X for Y since we know Z is a problem, right? It's a very, very simple formula, but it's that's how you can create education-based offerings and marketing messages. And you might be thinking, well, why education-based marketing? So there's 4 pillars here. First of all, you get to bolster your value, right? Because when you're selling offers like this, right? Or you don't pay, or for free, or full guarantee. And when I say for free, we'll work for free until X is achieved, right? You should front load that. That should be your front end offer. That shouldn't be your core offer, and keep that in mind, right? So when you have offers like this that everybody and their moms have seen in the market, you're effectively lowering down your volume because, your value, because you're being perceived as needy. That's just very, very simple. Guys, literally, if you don't take anything from this video, just don't be needy in your marketing messages and marketing outreach and offers, right? Presenting solutions to people is the opposite of being needy. We're just trying to solve people's problems, all right? So you really have to understand what's bugging your potential clients. Show them clearly of how what you're offering is going to fix their issues, okay? 2, learning leads the way in marketing. Earn their trust by sharing quick solutions to complex pressing problems. Start off by offering something valuable instead of pushing your service or product. Ask if you can share some insights and let the give and take principle do its magic. The reciprocity principle, that is. All right? Selling through social. Turn that online interest into real life conversations by using your social presence properly. So make sure your profiles are optimized. Make sure you're actually giving people free content that will solve their problems, right? Whether that be on LinkedIn or cold email. So, well, more so socials like LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. Agencies in 2024 and the incoming years should not be focusing on pressing their or pushing their logo. They should be focused on the owner and founder that is running that business. And that's just simply the market that we're going in, and you have to adapt, okay? And then the final sale, the sale. Assess, dive into their struggles and dreams by asking the right questions. Just listen for now, no fixing. You really want to understand their issues. Because being a good listener, guys, you can really have prospects open up once you listen to key things, because then you can answer the right questions, or you can ask the right questions, okay? So all you want to do here is assess, align, and agree. That's it, right? So the common thread here is all about putting relationships first. That's where we're going into in 2024, right? So we're finding the common ground, and we're making sure that everybody wins. And remember, the more value people see in what you do, the more clients you'll snag, the better pricing, the better your pricing can be, the quicker you'll wrap up deals, and the higher quality your client base will be, right? And that's how you can create offers without crazy guarantees. And I'll probably release a video sometime this week or the next week, breaking down an actual education-based script and offering that we're currently using. But you can actually see one of these scripts, these education-based scripts, live in one of my other videos. Just check it out. It should be how I booked 60 calls in 30 days or something like that. It should be on my channel. So yeah, guys, keep this in mind. Remember that we're solving tick problems with low-risk solutions, and then we keep going up the ladder. And so, while we're going up the ladder, we're building trust, and then it just makes sense for our prospect to trust in us, and we can give them our full solution, and then that relationship will be nurtured for years, right? Because they trust you. So, guys, have a happy day creating offers, and again, you don't need crazy guarantees to sign clients. This is the proof. So, yeah,